Hello and welcome to PointsBet Stadium, the heart of the Shire, the home of the Cronulla Sharks for this rivalry round clash between the Cronulla Sharks and the Melbourne Storm. Commissioner versus Commissioner. I'm Will Kay, joined in the commentary box by Sonny Tyre in what is a very exciting matchup indeed.
Yeah, thanks, Will. We're breaking the fourth wall here tonight, but rightfully so when we've got a rivalry round clash of this proportion. Obviously, a lot of history behind the two sides. A few former Storm players in this Cronulla Sharks side that took part last season, and some people still like to remind us about that every now and then. But besides that, it's going to be a cracker game. Look, we've got the defending premiers coming up against the Cronulla Sharks in their first ever home game for this season. And the Storm coming off a 50-point win, or 50-22 over the Rabbitohs last week. So they'll be looking to back it up on the road for the Sharks, going down 22-12 against the Season 7 Grand Finalists last week in Bathurst. Both teams wanting to back up round 3 in this rivalry round clash with a lot to prove. Let's play, let's get it on. Up the Sharks.
Yeah, and up the Stormers. That's a big first tackle there from Will Kay on Justin Barisic. And, you know, a lot of good players in this forward pack for both teams. Mason Remy coming up against his former side for the first time. It's going to be a bit of heart there, obviously in the starting jersey now, which he was neglected from last season. So it's going to be interesting to see what he can come up with. It's a pretty good defensive set to start off.
Yeah, well, obviously Lockie Sinclair finding a new home in Melbourne as Sonny Tyre just puts in a bit of a shanker of a kick. But, you know, at the Sharks, we like to send our best wishes to all the players that depart their team. So, you know, unlike other clubs in the SRL, we don't hold that against them when they move on. But obviously he's going to want to play well tonight. It's been a great game, or a great start for Melbourne as they approach the red zone.
Oh, of course. And Melbourne's got nothing against NBT, Luke Malka's Lecky Tour at all. They're all good. So we've got nothing against the departing players that were missed. So, yeah, as we're just creeping up in the 20-metre here. The Storm out to the left. It's going to be Manu Fa'afili linking up with Blake Harris. He'll be out for the last tackle option. It's going to be up to TBK. Maybe Will Kay for the kick. They've got a couple options. They'll go out to the right. It's going to be Kay with it. Putting up the high ball for Nyana Broughton-Thompson. It's going to be allowed to bounce there, but now Nyana Broughton-Thompson getting a bit of space. And he'll be tackled by James Thorne. The ankle tap from Corey Bell. Probably a try saver there.
Yeah, Captain Sonny Tyre's eyes were wide open there. That kick was looking dangerous, and Nyana just giving it a bit of space to bounce, but he'll catch it with a good return there, and that'll set the field up nicely for the Sharks as the big Luke Malkas, currently tied at number 1 in the SimVP rankings, been having a blinder of a start to the season. We'll see if he can carry the Sharks forward pack against the likes of Mason Remy and those other boys in the purple. Forgot their name.
Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be NBT now stepping around Blake Harris as the Sharks have just made their way all the way into the Storm's danger zone. They got to the left. Sonny Tyre gives it to the other half. And probably a good idea as well, as it's going to hit Corey Bell in the chest here. And he'll remain in the field of play. Good chase there from the Sharks.
Yeah, Corey Bell, he's just always composed under the high ball, and he had a great performance last week against the Rabbitohs, notching up a hat-trick under his name. We've come to expect that sort of performance from him, but the battle of the fullbacks tonight between him and NBT, that's going to be a classic.
It's going to be real good as Ryan Willett just making his way through the middle of the field now. Out to the left, it's going to be Mason Remy through a big gap, no one at home, and it's going to throw an intercept pass there. Drew Matthews picking it off.
Yeah, I think Remy probably forgot that he was playing for a new side now. He probably saw those black and blue jerseys and just got a bit confused there. But look, the Sharks need to capitalise here. The Storm are a team that you can't afford to waste opportunities against, as we see NBT trying to lead the way there. So we'll see how they back up inside the red zone.
Absolutely, as they're going to go Drew Matthews, going to Delaney. Gives it away to Malkas. He's going to play the ball in the fourth. 20 metres out now. They're going to go out to the left. Sonny Tyre, short side play. It's going to be Chris Wakabayashi, brought down by Manu Fa'afili. As 15 metres out, it's going to be Sonny Tyre putting it on the ground, knocking it on. And that is not the fifth tackle option that the Sharks need. The Storm off the hook now.
Yeah, we'll take a quick look at the coach's box from Cronulla, and obviously the Sharks not too happy with that one, but showing good signs early on to get inside the Storm red zone. But it's all about finishing. Last week they struggled to finish off those great opportunities they made against the Knights. So hopefully they've learned the lessons from last week, but so far just not a good showing for them on those fifth tackle options.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me, Sonny, that you have issues with finishing, as the Sharks often do, as it's going to be the Storm just crossing the halfway line now. As Ryan Wilmot going for a big bump off. He's going to get a couple metres. Offload on the inside to Will Kay. And that's a great play from Ryan Wilmot. They're in attacking range now. Fifth and last. They've got options on either side. Their halves are here. It's going to be Harris with the kick. It's another higher one for NBT. No one in chase, and he'll take it comfortably in the end goal out to the 20 for 7 tackles.
Yeah, the Storm looking like they're emphasising playing through the middle. They might want to watch out. They've got Big Malchus there and Big Lecky Tua putting one on his bottom, on his backside. But look, yeah, it's going to be an intriguing battle through the middle. That's what I'm really keen to see. Which forward pack will be, the most staunch, the most physical. But obviously, Sonny Tyre needs to step his game up. It wasn't the best from him last week. Finishing was a problem, so we'll see if he's fixed that ears. He gives a good offload ball to Malchus.
Malchus just finding a half break there as they're going to go out to the right again. Sonny Tyre, inside ball. Lecky Tua, tackled well by Wilmot. Just does it himself there and it brings him down. Going out to the right, it's going to be Delaney. Going right again to NB2, who's just been getting so much early ball and some good space so far. As he'll play it. Out to the left now. It's going to be Delaney putting it up high. It's a shallow one. Jack Jimmy underneath it. He'll take it well. And tackled by Malchus. It's just been a lot of high ball and really tough physical sets through the middle at the moment for both teams.
Yeah, Will, and the Storm are very renowned for their aerial prowess. They're very good under the high ball, and they do a lot of training down there in Melbourne with the counterparts of across the road there at the G. But it's going to be very interesting to see what the game plan will be for the Sharks, if they're going to try and keep attacking that aerial threat through the big bombs, or if they're going to try and swing it out wide to the wings, which I think they probably should do because their wingers were putting on quite a performance last week with the likes of Honey King and Michael Crimp.
Absolutely, here's Crimp now, and all gang tackle there on him as he's not allowed to cross this time. That's a good chase from the Storm to try and set up a impressive defensive set. Saboteur, the newcomer, just running it there. Had a good game against the Knights last week, but couldn't get it done against his former club. Barisic now. Riven back in that one. As he'll play the ball. Out to the left, it's going to be Malchus. Gives it away to Kausikau. As he's halted. That'll be the fourth. They may be forced to kick here. Sonny Tyre looking to get his hands on the ball. No, Matthews is going to dart from dummy half, but he's reeled in by Will Kay. Wilmot around the legs. As fifth and last, the Sharks trapped within their 40 there. And a great defensive set from the Storm as Sonny Tyre is forced to kick down to Bell. On the return now, he's going to not be able to get past Lecky Tua. And great defense from the Storm there, but really good chase on Corey Bell as well from the Sharks.
Yeah, you'd have to think the game plan is to just shut down Corey Bell and hope that, that can slow down their momentum on attack, especially on those kick returns where we know he's most dangerous, as we see Delaney end up with the ball now. He's got a bit of space. Can he get through? He's getting close to the line. He gets ankle tapped there short of the 10-meter line, but the Sharks inside the red zone again.
This is going to be Luke Malchus now. An error from Blake Harris has gifted the Sharks a bit of possession. That's the second. They've go out to the left now. It's going to be Kausikau. Tackled by Nilsson there. Helped out by Trey Bonsakahu. Third. The Sharks on this line again. They go out to the left. It's going to be a wide pass. Jack Jimmy, a brilliant tackle on Hone King there. One-on-one and isolates his man. Fourth. Where do they go? Numbers all around. They go out to Sonny Tyre. He'll be held up and put in his back. Just meters short now, the Sharks. The Storm, what do they have in for the last? Can they defend? No, they'll go to the right. It's going to be Malchus putting the kick for NBT through the middle.
Come on.
Will Kay complaining about an obstruction there, but the referee awards it. We're going to go to the bunker and see where it's confirmed, but geez, that is a great try if it is.
Oh yes, it was a great play there, set up by Luke Malchus off the back of that huge interception run. Drew Matthews looking like he could have darted from dummy half there, but Malchus deciding to put the boot in. And NBT just putting it down with the one hand. Look at that, bit of a showboat move there, bit of a flex. But, the Sharks, they need to capitalise off those opportunities because that's what let them down last week. And if anything, we know how good the Storm are when they're on the back foot. They're a team that can fight through adversity and really turn this into a slugfest. So I can assure you, Sonny Tyre is not at all comfortable just yet, but it's a good way to start for the Sharks here at home.
Absolutely, as Drew Matthews hammers that one over, and 6-0 the score here, 16 minutes into the game. And it's just been tough going so far. The Storm just not being able to complete with points yet. It's been a really, really physical battle, and it's good to see full rivalry around here on SRL TV. The Storm will use this opportunity to reset and recuperate and, get that field position they lost back. Just turning over the ball in the middle of the field is really what did it to them there, and they know those types of areas are what kills them in games like these, so they need to be a lot better as a big first contact there as Lecky 2 and Mason Remy clash.
Yeah, well, look, with the Sharks, they've been struggling inside their own half. It's when they get the ball inside the other half where they look like they're more flowing. So, the Storm are really staunch when it comes to holding him inside this side of the field. So, the Sharks are going to have to try and work their way back there again. And it's going to be a tough battle.
Yeah, they will, as Luke Malka's brought down there. They go left, Kausakau. Driven back by Nilsson. Over the top, TBK coming around the side as fifth and last. And once again, just holding within their own half here. They'll be forced to do a meterage kick. It's going to be Sonny Ty with a good kick there. He's on his game tonight, as it's going to be Jack Jimmy on the kick return. He'll step one. He'll get around Tyre, but he will not get around Kausakau. Brought down in his own 20 there, and the Storm with an important set here to get out of their own end.
Yeah, the Sharks fans looking a bit nervous every time Sonny Tyre gets booed to the ball. But Jack Jimmy, making that move from centre to wing this season, he's very explosive on those kick returns. So Cronulla's obviously emphasised shutting him down on the wings. But yeah, it's been a great battle so far as we see Remy, the former Sharky, making a good break there for tap.
As we go left, it's going to be Logan Guys. It's brought down in a 2-on-1 tackle there, and the Storm not getting too close to the line here. That'll be the fifth. Out to the right, Trayvon Sakahu putting a kick in, and it's going to be Hone King with the ball. He's going to get a bit of space here before he's brought down by Corey Bell, and I don't know where the chase was from Melbourne. Manu Philly just losing his mark there a bit.
Yeah, Hone King will be looking to have a big game following after last week's performance where he had over 170 run meters. He's been pretty vocal about wanting to inject himself into these games more, and he's got the potential to do it. He's got the speed. So it'll be a tough battle for him to get past this purple wall here. But, very confident that he's got what it takes to get it done.
Absolutely. His fourth tackle now. They go out to the left. It's going to be Sonny Ty. Give it to NBT. Dishes it out to Hone King. Brought down by Trayvon Sakahu, who's been sound in defence so far tonight. It's fifth and last. They go out to the right. It will be Sonny Tyre putting it across the field. Just over to Jack Jimmy on the wing. They've got a couple options here, and good tackle there from Wakabayashi. As once again, they'll be having to start their set within this 20 metres, the Storm.
Yeah, it looks like the Sharks just want to keep targeting that corner of Jack Jimmy. Obviously being his first season with the full-time shift to wing. They're not really targeting the side of Oldfield, as we see a great offload there by Riley Murray. The #1 draft pick who's played 3 straight seasons off the bench. Can you believe that for #1 draft? No, I'm joking. Riley Murray's very explosive. Brings a lot of impact as well.
All of season 6, but that's okay. We'll ignore that.
Oh, jeez.
And you wouldn't know that because you weren't at the club in season 6, Sonny, or the vice captain. That's really, that'd be really poor if you didn't know that, as that's going to be fifth and last. Out to the left, it's going to be Blake Harris. Puts it along the ground. Who's there? Corey Bell's lurking, but Delaney just gets the favour of the bounce. And the Sharks, they were worried there for a second, but off the hook as Delaney just picks it up nicely.
Yeah, Corey Bell having a crack there, and obviously he's a huge, if not the biggest, X factor for the Storm here tonight. It is the role of the fullback to be that difference maker, and geez, after the performance he had last week, they're really going to have to shut him down and contain him. But as we see there, Kelsako making a good run there after another great performance by him last week against the Knights.
Absolutely, as Hone King just brought down on the 50. That's going to be the last. Very close to the sideline. They were trying to drag him into touch, but they just couldn't quite do it. It's Drew Matthews with a stinker of a kick there. It's going to be Corey Bell on the kick return. Breaks the tackle of Sonny Tyre, who slows him down enough to be tackled by NBT. And it's just those kick returns. You don't want to be giving Corey Bell any short or scuffed kicks like that, because he will make a mess out of it. As it's going to be Kane Nielsen just driven back, and the Sharks defense getting in the face of the Storm now as they're trying to get close to the line and hit back with the try of their own. Riley Murray through the middle. That's the fourth. They're just almost at the 20 now. And they've been really struggling here to make many meters as Logan Guys will take them. He'll push them all the way to the 10, and that's the first tackle they've pretty much won in this set. Fifth and last. Where do they go? They're going to go to Blake Harris. It's going to be put up high out to the left. Lachlan McKinnon, can he get a tap back? Yes, he can. Corey Bell for the line. Corey Bell, he'll get there. We'll go to the bunker here, Sonny, but the Storm, they have hit back.
Yeah, Corey Bell, every time he's lurking in the back pocket waiting for that tap back, you know there's a threat coming. And Saboteur, as strong as he is, just unable to stop the momentum of Corey Bell, who gets the first points of the board for the Storm in front of this hostile PointsBet stadium. The crowd's definitely letting him know how they feel about that try. But yeah, Corey Bell, superstar player, and you just come to expect that from him, don't you?
Yeah, you do, and he's just been really good for the last 3 seasons for the Storm. He played really well last week, getting a hat-trick, of course, so continuing his form so far is, just fades away to the left. That's the first kick that Trayvon Sakahu's ever missed.
Yeah, and the Sharks fans are loving it. They are just giving it to him. But look, TBK, obviously, he's stepped up and proven himself as one of the premier halfbacks in the SRL. And yeah, look, albeit the misconversion, it's still good for the Storm to get back on board. But obviously, the Sharks will be looking to back up that staunch defensive performance we've seen from them tonight on the back of this kickoff.
It's going to be Kalen Kelly off the kickoff.
Jeez, bit flat there.
It was a bit
of a flat part.
It was all right. How about that one? Is that deep enough for you, Sonny? And it's Riley Murray just running onto it. That's going to be the second. The Storm, they know they need to get down this field as Logan Guys just pushed back by Saboteur. Now it's the Sharks muscling up in their defense. Out to the right again. Blake Harris gives it away to Corey Bell. Pass it off to Trayvon Sakahu. No gap there. Driven back. Why are we going through the backs? No one knows. As that's going to be the fourth. The Storm. Other end to the right. 95 Philly. He's going to step one. He's got an option on his right. He can't get the ball away to Jack Jimmy. But it's a good run to get him out of their own end. And put him in good position for a kick here. Will Kay just punting it across the field. Crosses his own face to Hone King. Catches it just before his own try line.
Yeah, good kick there from Captain Will Kay, who obviously backed down from Sonny Ty's halves challenge for this game. But it's very understandable. And look, Will Kay has proven himself at lock. And why would you change a winning formula? So, yeah, it's obviously going to be tough. The Storm have a number of options where they can swing that ball out and get good kickers under it. So it'll be interesting to see how they utilise that throughout this game.
It sure will be, as that's going to be the fourth. Out to the right now, Sonny Tyre getting the short ball. It's a good one out to Saboteur, who's brought down by Will Kay. That'll be the fifth. Where do they go? Just short of the halfway line. Out to the right, it's going to be Malkus coming off his head. And he making a bit of a dog's breakfast on the last.
Yeah, and it looked like Delaney threw his hands up there. He was a bit frustrated, the big fella, just getting in the way. And yeah, it's hard to miss him when, you've got a unit like that in your team. I know you miss him, Will, being in your forward pack. But
yes.
But yeah, look, Malkus is X-Factor player for the Sharks. They just need to bounce back from that mistake and get on with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if you have Luke Malkus in your team at any point, you're obviously going to miss him. He was my first captain in the SRL. So he holds a dear spot in my heart, of course, and my vice captain in season 6. So he's a really good player. That's going to be, 6 again
come
there.
on, ref.
It clearly came off a Shark's hand there. Kane Nielsen was over for a try if he caught it. Now Kalen Kelly pushing for the line. He's going to get over, actually. And there we go. It's big Kalen Kelly scoring for the Storm. They're going to go upstairs. I'm not sure if he's grounded it, actually. Oh, there's the ball. And how about that one, Sonny?
Yeah, obviously, I think that was a very controversial call there from the ref. But look, Storm, capitalising off that opportunity. And when you invite them into your own red zone with those sort of mistakes, they're going to make you pay. So, yeah, Captain Tyre just giving his boys the instructions, to make sure they hold on to the ball and take care of it, because the Storm were very deadly on that counter attack.
Yeah, I don't think TBK will miss this one. As he puts it over 10-6, the Storm have the lead. Here's that one again. Yeah, I don't think it was a controversial call at all, Sonny. You may feel that way, but I feel heavily
I
against
strongly
it.
feel that was a controversial call.
I thought
but,
it was a good
it happened.
ball, a good ball from the lock, of course, Will Kay, and just got battered
I
down.
thought it was a terrible knock-on, missed by the ref.
It's gone back clearly and fought off the Sharks' hands, and Kane Nielsen could have scored that. Oh well, we got there eventually. As TBK, Gunnar Murray for the first hit, and I was expecting a big shot there, but he did not put Farah on his backside.
Yeah, Riley Murray having a big week of training this week for the Storm. Obviously, he wanted to come into this clash as prepared as can be. So, yeah, he'll be looking to have an impact off the bench. I still can't believe he started in Season 6. Did he actually?
Yep, mine's in Season
the whole season?
5 and played off the bench. Oh, sorry, played in the second row for Season 6.
Oh, maybe it was just the numbers, but it's a shanker kick there. Straight to Sonny Tyre. Oh, he had the open break there. Probably getting flashbacks of that moment where he had the interception and had all the money.
It wouldn't matter if you got into space, Sonny, because, I don't know, Alan Kelly would have chased you down.
Oh, I'm still recovering from that game. But anyways, come on, Sharkies. Short of the red zone. They've got to make this one count.
As it's a bit of a break there from Farah. He breaks the tackle. They recollect him. 5 minutes out now. That's the fourth. What can the Storm do to hold them out? What can the Sharks do to score? Out to the right, MBT. A great tackle from the captain there. As 5 minutes out. Where will the Sharkies go? They've got Sonny Tyre on the right. Don't go that way. He can't kick. And he does just that. He actually kicks quite well.
He can't kick. He can't kick. That's right. That's right. The Sharks strike back. And of course, the one and only Sonny Tyre getting the assist there. But geez, I'll tell you what, the Sharks fans were probably clenching themselves a bit too when they see him get his hands on the ball. But it was a perfectly placed kick there for his halves partner, Anthony Delaney, to just stroll over there, take advantage, and put that one down.
Well, that is karma if I know it. As Drew Matthews looks to reclaim the lead here and make it 12-10. 5 minutes before halftime.
Yeah, it's a tough kick here from him. It might look easy, but you never know what could happen. It's a bit cold and slippery here tonight, but nonetheless, he'll sink that one. So Drew Matthews, the Season 7 rookie of the season, converting 2 from 2 tonight. That'll give the Sharks a 12-10 lead with less than 5 minutes to go until halftime.
Yep, and too easy. And I think both teams will probably just try and sail into halftime. This is the score. No one's going to try anything wacky, as it will be just a 2-point difference at halftime. And I think that's very chaseable or very defendable for both teams. This is going to be Tyre going to Farah for the first, and just a big hit up there. As I think that the Storm will probably be the ones with the last hand on ball. Sonny Tyre, a clear obstruction there, not called by the referee. As Savatu has brought down that. That's the second. He's only tackled one of the Storm players, but that's okay, as it's going to be NBT through the middle. A good ball. And for once, the Sharks playing clean, as NBT just goes around the pack. And now it's Anthony Delaney. Folded there by Kalen Kelly. That's a big hit, but he's gotten up quickly. As going to be Sonny Tyre.
I think that deserves a send-off for the rest of the game. Get those grubby high tackles out of the game, I say.
Oh, he's got him fair around the stomach there, Sonny, but I don't know. Maybe your anatomy's a bit different this side of the border. It's going to be Corey Bell on the kick return. Couldn't get around NBT, otherwise he would have been gone. As that will be the first on the 30. Out to the left, Trayvon Takahu gives it away to Blake Harris, who tries to just sneak past one. I don't know who that one is. I think that may be Bobby Werman in 15. As they go right, Lachlan McKinnon.
Yep, the great Bobby Werman.
Will Kay driven back by Malchus there. Just monstered in that tackle, as that's the third. Shifting out to left, Mason Remy. Going up through the middle. That'll be the fourth. As the Storm, they need a big run here from someone if they are to score this set. Here it is, Corey Bell. He'll get them just short of the 20. They may be able to put a bomb up here. As they got Trayvon Takahu on the right. They're going to go to the left of James Thorne instead. He puts up the high kick. Who's going to be underneath it? It's going to be allowed to bounce. Oh, I think it's been grounded here. I think it's been grounded here. Referee Ashley Klein sending it up as a try.
Oh, NBT has got his hands to that first, clearly. Come on. What are we even looking at here?
Surely. And it's the green lights as the Storm take it just before halftime. That is a terrific try from Melbourne.
Oh, yeah, very unlucky for the Sharks. TBK coming off the back of a huge bomb that, I mean, there was just no space there. No one was really targeting it, and NBT was looking around thinking maybe one of the other backs were going to try and swoop onto it, but he let it bounce, and that ends up being the dagger right before half-time. That one's going to be demoralising for the Sharks.
That's a shocker. 12-14 at half-time. We'll see you soon. Welcome back to SRL TV, where the Melbourne Storm taking a narrow 2-point lead at just the end of the first half, in what was a great first half between both teams, as we saw a lot of physicality through the middle. Well, it's brought to you on SRL TV by TBC Live, and we are looking forward to this second half. At half-time, only 3 errors in the whole game, 1 for the Sharks and 2 for the Storm. It's been really tough out there, hasn't it, Sonny?
Yeah, well, these two teams have saved some of their best footy for this game, and it's been on show. Minimal mistakes, you know, and it's just been real back and forth. No team has really established that dominance throughout this one. Luke Malkus obviously leading the way for the Sharks with over 100 run meters to his name, 111 to be exact. So another big performance from the Queensland Maroons captain. And yeah, conversions costing Melbourne, you know, more points on the board here. TBK only 1 from 3 so far. He's making me feel a lot better about my kicking. But, you know, the Storm, the Sharks should consider themselves lucky that this deficit is only as small as it is, because, I mean, it could have been a lot different from halftime.
Yeah, it could have been. As MBT now just going around one. He's going to go for a bit of a run. He's been really good tonight, as Malkus has been. 111 metres at half-time from Luke Malkus, and I think there's 93 for NBT. As there he is again, just running it through the middle. He's been a handful for the forwards tonight, as that'll be the 4th. Out to the right, it's going to be Delaney going to Usher. Brought down now as 5th and last. Where are they going to go? Out to the left, it will be Lecky Tour with the play on the last, and he's going to be... The ball's going to be picked up by Mason Remy as he bumps off one and charges forward, and it was in fact kicked. I wasn't sure if it was knocked on or kicked, but it was in fact kicked, and that will be the first, now the 2nd for the Storm.
Yeah, I won't dispute the ref's decision on that one, but Lecky Tour just caught in a bit of caught between two worlds there. Luckily, just managing to get that kick away. But yeah, minimal gain off it, so the Storm got an opportunity here to try and make something happen as they give it out to Lachlan McKinnon, the former Warriors player.
He just runs it forward there. It's now going to be Phoenix Murphy through the middle, finding a bit of a space and brought down just past the 40. 5th and last, where they go? Out to the right, it will be Blake Harris putting it across field, or I believe that's Horne King on that side, as he steps Manaya Sumanafagai, brought down by Corey Bell, 23 metres out from his own in goal.
Yeah, Horne King not getting too many runs this game. Maybe that's the game plan of the Storm. He had a bit of a break there, but it got closed in very closely with Corey Bell lurking there at the last line of defence. But yeah, again, just an arm wrestle between these two sides so far. You know, I think that's just going to be the precedent set for the rest of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to be the 3rd. 4th now over the 40. They may have a crack at a 40-20 here, and I'm hoping it's Sonny Tyre doing the duties. No, it's Lecky Tour. It's just as bad. Jeez, that is a stinker. Take his kicking license off him, as that will be the 1st.
Yeah, the big fella obviously kicking not his strongest point, but he's very, very dangerous when he runs the ball and when he plays through the middle. So the Sharks got to try and brush this one off and hope that they can back up with a good defensive set to get themselves out of their own red zone.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Will Kay now going to Mason Remy on the trot. As they'll go to the right now, it's going to be inside ball to Will Kay. He wants to try and drive it through the middle. It's going to be the 5th and last. They've got options all over the park. They're going to go out to the right. It will be Blake Harris. Puts it along the ground. Corey Bell's there. And the Storm will get another try here through the likes of Corey Bell.
Yeah, Corey Bell just too dangerous inside this red zone. When that ball gets inside the opposition goal line, he's just always there to sweep it up and makes the job easier for TBK tonight. Surely he'll slot this one. But the Storm off to a good start here in the second half, the way they would have wanted to start this up.
Yeah, and the forwards obviously just coming off. There's a bit of a mishap with the interchanges by the looks of it for the Storm, but all seems to be alleviated now. There's Trayvon Takahu. Surely he'll get this one to make it an 8-point lead. That is 20-12. 7 minutes or 8 minutes now into the second half. And that is exactly how they wanted to come out of the sheds.
Yeah, and the Storm doing a good job, drowning out this home crowd here. That's absolutely been giving it to them all night. But the Sharks, they just can't afford to let those sorts of opportunities slip them by. The kicks are going to be very important tonight when you talk about territory. And, the Storm just punishing the Sharks for a bit of a mistake there. But we'll see how they back up on this one.
Yeah, well, as Kalen Kelly just brought down there, and he was good last week for them. Just really, really strong performance from the young Kalen Kelly, scoring his first Melbourne Storm try, and he was just stellar for the Eels last season, and Manly, but mainly the Eels. An intercept here from Luke Malchus. He picks off the pass, not the fastest player, but he'll just rampage through the middle, and very tough to bring down. James Thorne tackles him eventually.
Yeah, Luke Malchus obviously wanted to lead by example as Anderson gets a break now. He's one-on-one with Bell. Just barge over the line, son, please. Oh, he's turned on his back. But the Sharks, prime opportunity inside the red zone. They need to make this one count. Luke Malchus has come up with a brilliant play there that could turn things around for them. So they can't afford to let themselves down here.
No, they can't. As Anthony Delaney just running it there. That's the third. Out to the right now. It's going to be Thomas Usher getting it to NBT. He steps one. He'll be pushing for the line here, but he'll turn on his back. That'll be the fourth. As we're going to go upstairs, actually, and see whether he grounded this one. I don't think he did. And no, he did not. Well tackled.
Yeah, NBT obviously looking to get on the board here and score a double. They're going to have to aim for him because he's someone that can change the game. Gets in there. Oh, yes, the Sharks are back. Never in doubt. Home fans on their feet. Sunny Tyres showing signs of relief here. Obviously, things were looking like they could have been turning ugly for the Sharks. But, off the back of a good interception by Luke Malchus, Saboteur making them pay after the Sharks crossed the line twice, but just weren't able to get the ball down.
Yeah, absolutely. As if Drew Matthews gets his kick, and you think he would, it'll only be 2 points in it. Once more, as he gets that one, 18-20, and the Sharks just hitting back well there.
Yeah, the nerves are starting to settle in a bit for both sides. Just when you think one team has the upper hand, it just turns around in an instant. So, it's just so unpredictable how close this game has been so far and how it's going to finish. We just don't know. But, as a neutral, you got to be loving it because these sides are putting on great performances. And, it's been a great clash for this rivalry round game so far.
Yeah, and obviously not a neutral here, Sonny. I've only felt this nervous about a game, and that was the grand final last season. A big shot there. Kalen Kelly just laying out Anderson. That is a big hit from him. Here it is on the replay in 4K, of course, as it's going to go left out to Kalsakau. Can't get away from TVK. The Storm just aiming to muscle up in defense this set. They've done a pretty good job of containing these big boys as Luke Malchus passes it away. He saw Riley Murray looming. He gets it away to Anderson instead, as he'll be brought down. That's fifth and last. Playing the ball. Going out to the left, it will be Sunny Tyre with the kick. Over to the wing of Jack Jimmy. They haven't given it to Mav Oldfield at all this week, as they saw the danger he was just through the Rabbitohs last week, the meters he got, and they just don't want him to have the ball at all.
Yeah, both teams looking like they're just targeting one side of the field and they don't want to risk going towards the other. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the number fives for both teams will hold up. It seems they're getting a majority of the balls on the kicks, so cut out ball there to Will Kay. Yeah, it was a great break from Anderson, obviously, after getting that huge hit put on him, but he redeemed himself there. We'll see how this one turns out.
Absolutely, as the Storm just creeping past his halfway line now, fifth and last. They've got options out to the right. Blake Harris puts it across the field, and once again it will be allowed to bounce actually by Hone King. And he gets very close to the sideline. He gets away from Jack Jimmy though. Intertouched from Corey Bell. A beautiful tackle around the legs. And he has just forced the winger over the sideline. That is brilliant stuff from Corey Bell coming across.
Yeah, I've got to tip my hat off to Bell there. That was a huge ankle tap that forced Hone King over the sideline, looking like he was going to break on that left-hand side. But yeah, I mean, Great wraps there to Corey Bell. That is just defensive IQ at its finest. And that could be a play that turns the game around for the Storm as they now enter the Sharks side of the field.
Yeah, it very well could be, as that's going to be the first tackle here. Out to the left, it's going to be Trayvon Sakau. Short ball to Riley Murray. There'll be a lot to handle for young Jack Anderson as they go out to the right again. Will Kay just fending off Luke Malkus. He loses him completely. Couldn't get away from NBT, but that's only the third, and the 15 metres out now, the Storm. Out to the left again, it's going to be Riley Murray. Going to Kalen Kelly. The crash play there as he's brought down. Wrestled to the ground. Out to the right, it will be Blake Harris. Gives it off to Logan Guys, who just fumbled it there. Maintains the ball, though. As they got options all around, they're going to go out to the right. It's going to be Blake Harris putting it. No, he won't put up a kick at all. He'll be forced to run it. There's players in front of him. And that'll be a handover. Just to Storm a bit of disorganisation on the last.
Yeah, the Sharks can breathe a bit easier now. Obviously, that one was looking very dangerous. They just need to get out of their own half because the Storm are very hard to beat when you're coming out of your own half, and get that side, get the ball to the other side of the field as the referee rightfully so awards the Sharks 6 again. That was a good referee decision there.
Jesus, I think this ref's eyes are painted on because that is a terrible call there. As it's going to go to Hone King. He gets past one, can't get away from Corey Bell once more. As that'll only be the second after what can only be described as match fixing. Sunny Tire going right, it's going to be Kausakau through the line. No one's behind. And after a extremely controversial decision, the Sharks will get back in the lead here.
Oh, Jamal Kosaka, yes, one and only. That was a very questionable decision from the ref to let that one play on and give a 6 again to the Sharks' favour. And that one frustrated the Storm. You could see that, they were struggling to get back to their line. They couldn't believe that call wasn't called. But the Sharks doing a good job to catch them on the back foot here. And geez, I can't get over it because that was a phenomenal try from Jamal Kosaka, one of the best second rowers last season in my opinion. Makes the job easy for Drew Matthews to make the lead 24-20 in favour of the home side.
Well, that is quite a ridiculous, and I'm sure there'll be some press about that one during the week. That is a shocker of a call. But regardless, it's going to be Trayvon Sakau just preparing to kick off here once more. And 4 points of difference, nothing to panic about yet. But as we just approach this 60-minute mark, it's going to get tough for a lot of these players out here. It's Sunny Tire going across to Luke Malkus, who runs it up through the middle.
Yeah, on the brink of the 60-minute mark, we can see subs warming up for both sides here as we see Anderson with another line break with the offload there to Drew Matthews. And it's been a great stint from Jack Anderson, who's only come off 2 games in the SRL schoolboys and some Mines preseason action as, the Sharks getting ready to send on Justin Barisic and Justin Barisic on, I've forgotten. Play on, 4 tackle, up the Sharks, let's go.
Yeah, someone needs to check the ref rooms for brown paper bags, I think, because now it's going to be Lecky Tua through the line. He breaks a tackle as well. As 5 metres away from the try line, the Sharks, back-to-back sets. Could they go another try here? They go. Out to the left, it's going to be Anthony Delaney putting the kick in. Logan Guys is there, though, and picks it up for the Storm as they will now fight out of their own end.
Yeah, that was a well-placed kick there from Delaney, but the Sharks just unable to follow up in support. I mean, that could have been talk about obstruction. Come on, get that sub out of the way. NBT looking to drag Selmanu Funga over the line, but he won't get there. Ref, God. Come on. Oh, pardon my non-bias there. Oh, that one was just a very clutch moment from NBT. On Will K with the offload there, gets it out to Selmanu Funga, but NBT with the follow-up tackle. He's been everywhere tonight. Jeez, dragging him like Wally, dragging him like Wally.
He didn't even touch it. I mean, I think everyone knows already knows how I feel about those ones where they're tackled and then after they get off and then they call into touch, and obviously I'm not a big fan of that. But when they don't even touch the line, that's even worse. As the Storm are going to be put under a whole bunch of pressure now, and just jeez, that is poor.
Well, look, in all fairness, I'm going to have to agree with the ref. I stand by that. No, it was very, very questionable indeed. And when it's all said and done, could that be something that is talked about, as a turning point in this game?
I don't. Oh my gosh, I don't even know what's going on now.
It must be that home field advantage. It must be that home field advantage.
Yeah, payroll advantage as it's going to be Sonny Tyre putting up the kick. Will it come down with Corey Bell? Yes, it will. Out to the 20. 7 tackle set. The Storm, they have an opportunity to go downfield now.
Yeah, the Storm doing a great job to stand up against that set there. There was just... That one really could have took the wind out of them if the Sharks had scored. But again, it's just capitalising off those fit tackle options, which the Sharks, probably should be doing a better job of. But nonetheless, they hold the lead. It's just a matter of, are they going to try and hold this lead and wear out the Storm? Or are they going to try and seal the game if they can?
Absolutely. It's Phoenix Murphy just playing the ball there. Out to the right now, it will be Blake Harris. Goes away to Corey Bell. Now passes it to Trayvon Takahu, who just gets almost to the 40. Not a whole lot of meters in this set for the Storm as they go. Jack Jimmy, here's going to step one and brought down the tackle there. That's going to be the 5th and last. As surely that's a penalty, but no. Once again, just a surprising call there from the referee. That was almost clearly a penalty. But anyway, as it's allowed to bounce there from the Sharks. As Michael Crimp picks it up now. Crimp away from it, and Corey Bell will tackle him out the back.
Yeah, luckily the momentum of that tackle took Crimp back in field because he was, flirting with the touchline there. And yeah, look, the travelling contingent of Storm supporters are not happy with this ref. They've been letting their feelings be known all night. There's been some missed calls here, you could argue, but I'm sure the Sharks certainly aren't complaining about.
I'm sure they're not, as there's a plethora of flat passes here for the Sharks, it seems, as they're going to go out to Kausakau now. That'll be the 5th and last, and they'll be forced to punt it. Where will they go? Will they finally go towards Mav Oldfield? Or will they just keep on going towards Jack Jimmy? Oldfield will finally get a run, I think. Yes, he will, and on the kick return, he's going to make some meters, and that's why they don't want to kick to him. Almost got past MBT there, and that'll be the first.
Yeah, with Oldfield not getting as many touches as he's accustomed to in that first half, you got to think that he's just got a lot in the tank. And it was a very dangerous look there from him. But NBT, he's just been very clutch on defense. When those line breaks happen on the edges, he's there to just hone in on it and close it down. So if he can do it for another 13 or so minutes, hopefully the Sharks will get across the line. But the Storm they're not out of the fight by any means.
And as Corey Bell just seeks to get him in a bit of position here, 5th and last. Where do they go? They've got a couple options to kick. They may be able to put a punt up if they're lucky, or a bomb up, sorry, if they're lucky. They're going to go across field though. It will be allowed to... Oh, into touch there from Crimp, and the Storm with an opportunity here to get back in the lead or at least tie it up.
Yeah, Captain Tyre not happy about that one. It's just one of those moments. Crimpy deciding to back himself, and it didn't work out on that one. Had plenty of space, but yeah, obviously just too much momentum with him as he went to field that catch. So big set here for both sides. The Storm looking to knock on the door and cross that line. The Sharks hoping to hold them out here as we approach with less than 12 minutes remaining in this game. And as I say that, Blake Harris strolls over the line.
Well, that is too easy for Blake Harris. Just the one pass out to him. And he will score for the Storm. Make it 24-all kick to come. What a player he has been for them in the last couple of seasons. Really come into his own game in the second half of Season 7. And of course this season, this game he's got a try assist and a try. Been playing quite well tonight. He deserved that one there.
Yeah, Blake Harris, he certainly made a case as being one of the standout number 6s in the SRL. Coming off the back of last season. And yeah, he's a humble kid, a great player, great talent. It's certainly one of the areas where the Storm have just hit, with bringing him on and giving him a chance to prove himself. And yeah, it's a great try there from the Storm, but the Sharks still in it. Plenty of time left. Obviously, they'd like to score sooner rather than later, but with 10 points being the deficit, there's just no telling which way this game will go.
Yeah, and Sonny, of course, last season in Origin, we saw that the Queensland side, they struggled a lot with their halves and their halves pairing. Do you think that, Blake Harris is the answer to that question and that issue. If they like right now, if we had to pick a 13 or a 17, do you think he'd be the starting 6 for the Maroons?
Oh, I'd definitely say he's got a case. He's one of the most consistent sixes in the SRL, and he probably flies under the radar a lot. But I think a lot of eyes need to be on him because, you know, he has his moments where he just ices the game for the Storm. You know, for a young kid, he's got a bright future ahead of him, and I'm sure that sooner or later he'll end up in a Maroon jersey.
You'd have to say is that will be the 4th. Now it'll be the last, sorry, and it will be a kick from Trayvon Sakahu. That is just going to deflect. It's going to be Jack Jimmy down the wing. He can't get the pass away. The referee said not play that. Another questionable call there. And it will be a handover. Oh,
jeez. Yeah. Look, this game has just had a lot of interesting calls, to say the least. And the Sharks would have...
One way. Interesting calls. Just gone one way the whole game.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, yeah, at the end of the day, look, it's just been that tight of a game, and, you know, you can't help but wonder how these decisions have affected the outcome of this. I mean, it certainly brought us an entertaining game when you look at the scoreboard. MBT with a break here. But yeah, Sharks now knocking on the red zone, 30 meters out.
So there's Wakabayashi brought down there. That's the 5th and last. As where do they go? Out to the left it will be. Sonny Taya just putting into the back of his Kausakau. Of Jamal Kausakau. And it will be a penalty against them, the Storm, with a free 20 meters here.
Yeah, the Sharks captain not happy at all as he runs back to the line. Yeah, look, they just need to stop the Storm. And they've been doing a good job of that for, you know, a good portion of this game. But mistakes like that can just really deflate you and turn the game around. So it's going to be another tough defensive effort from them. But their needs are going to hold up one more time. They can't let the Storm get close to that line, or this could be the game.
Absolutely could be, as Blake Harris just inching closer there. That's the 3rd. Out to the right, it will be Thorne. Now goes to Far Philly, just against his childhood friends, Sonny Taya and Nyana Broughton-Thompson, inching forward. As it's going to be TBK on the 4th. He wanted to get another pass out, but Sonny Taya rushed up on him. 5th and last, the Storm. Where can they go? They've got options. Out to the left, it's going to be Wilmot with the high kick, actually. Who's underneath it? It's going to be, well taken by Crimp. He'll be dragged back into his own in-goal, I think. No, he's managed to stay out, and that is a very good job from Michael Crimp there.
Yeah, it was a breathtaking moment there for the Sharks fans. That was a dangerous looking kick, and that could have been the dagger to seal the game for the Storm, but they hold on literally just. And, oh, geez, ref, come on, call that. But, yeah, look, the Sharks just need to get the ball out of there. They can't afford to keep playing from this side of the field. It's just not going to be a battle that they'll win. So hopefully they can come up with something here as we see them shifted out to Taya, and they're not going to go for the 40-20.
Another one is Taya just running it there, 5th and last. They're going to go out to the left for their 5th tackle. Hitchens putting it, got a good boot on there. Jake Hitchens debuting last week, and that was a great kick as Jack Jimmy just collects it in a good chase on their own kick. As it will be out to the left. Tiumana Fagai just going to Mason Remy through the middle. The Sharks muscling up in defense. The Storm desperately need meters as they go out to the right. Onsakahu now going to Tiumana Fagai. Brought down, that's the 3rd. As the referee just gets right in the way, they're just really getting a close inspection of the rear end of the Storm players. That was a bit weird there. This is going to be Tiumana Fagai just through the line. Oh, he'll beat the fullback for the line. Manaya Tiumana Fagai, you superstar.
Seo Manu Fungai sealing the game. Similar circumstances to that TBK try from last season. From season 6 against Manly. Similar circumstances off that right-hand side, and that will be the dagger for the Sharks. The Storm just too good on the night. And Cronulla, obviously a missed opportunity for them. They had their chances, they had their leads, but it was the 80-minute performance from the Storm that gets to them in the end. So Sharks should be proud of this performance against the Season 7 premiers, but nonetheless, there's work to be done, and the Storm looking like they'll come away with the victory here tonight, their first road win of the season.
And of course, going down round 1 against the Sea Eagles, and just a colossal effort last week against the Rabbitohs. And, it's been a tight contest all night, of course. And I mean, nothing unexpected. The Sharks are a quality side. Unlucky to miss out on the 8 last season. But they just pulled away in the
Don't
end
remind me.
They've just pulled away on the end here. And even with all the missed kicks, the pressure put on by TBK, unintentionally, of course, the Storm have been able to pull away. And they'll probably hand over the ball to the Sharks with a couple tackles left, I think, in the game.
Yeah, too much of a deficit for the Sharks to come back. 8 points with less than or just over a minute to go. But, Sharks fans can definitely be proud of their side tonight because they showed that they can match with the Storm. They can go toe-to-toe with them. It's just a matter of being able to do that for 80 minutes. And you have to think over the course of a season, these players will only get better, develop and train hard. So, look, it's still early. Round 3, obviously not the ideal start for the Sharks, but plenty to hang their hats about. And, as we see Hone King there with a good line break, taken high. Oh, geez, bit of frustration there, ref. Send him off. Suspend him for the next game. Come on.
Nothing in it. Play on. Just doing his best Reece Walsh impression there and falling over.
Oh, don't start. Don't start. Come on.
As you were saying, Sonny, Sarah.
But yeah, good victory from the Storm, proving why they are the Season 7 premiers. Even with controversial calls, some might say, not going their way, they certainly fought against the odds. But yeah, that'll be 2-1 on the season for them. That'll see them go towards the top of the ladder after tonight's game.
Yeah, the Storm coming away with a 32-24 victory away from home here at PointsBet Stadium. A tough-fought battle indeed, and it was a really good game to watch, even at sometimes a bit frustrating. And of course, the refereeing decisions being a bit annoying. It was a good game to watch. As we just look at the stats, Kausikau, Delaney, Tuua and Broaden Thompson all scoring for the Sharks. Matthews slotting 4 from 4. And Corey Bell, Corey Bell getting 2. Kalen Kelly, Trey Bonsakahu, Blake Harris and Manaya Sumanafagai with the match sealer. With Bonsakahu having an off night, only getting 4 from 6. Still not a bad kicker, but it's very unlike him. Possession, very even. Sets, also very even. Areas, very even. Tackles, very even. Missed tackles. And I think the line breaks, 10 line breaks for the Sharks. I think if we flip the page, I reckon NBT is going to have 10 line breaks because he was just tearing the Storm pack to shreds at one point. As we just look at the stats here. And 9 line breaks. I was very close there, Sonny.
Yeah, NBT. Just 8 meters shy of 200. When you look at those game stats there, the Sharks, by the numbers, probably had the better game, but it was just the chances that the Storm were able to capitalise off. And that was the difference maker here tonight. Obviously, Jamal Cole-Sako having a splendid game tonight. Luke Malkus following up, with 5 line breaks, 3 tackle breaks. But yeah, Drew Matthews, Delaney, Ty and Hone King all getting over 100. And from the numbers, it was a good performance from the Sharks, but the Storm, they're just a team that can make you pay. And, when you don't capitalise on opportunities, this will be the result.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of good players through the middle. Kausikau, Malkus, like you said, just a lot of good players. And I think it was just at times being able to isolate and really restrict players' meters and the impact on the game. We look at Bobby Werman, who usually makes quite a few meters off the bench, even in his 20-minute stints, and he just really didn't do much tonight. Neither did Jason Farah. But then you look at like Jack Anderson, and they allowed him to go through because they didn't see him as a threat. So the Storm isolated their threats as much as they could, and just hope for the best elsewhere. It pretty much is what it came down to. As we'll move on now, and the Storm not any big standouts for them tonight. Of course, Corey Bell getting 153 run meters, only 4 line breaks. That is extremely contained for him. James Thorne getting 3 try assists. Mason Remy, he had a big game tonight actually. 144 run meters. That is huge from him. So he should be very happy with the way he played. Will Kay 129, 31 tackles. That's a massive number, 2 missed. But you just keep on going down, and it's pretty even all over the Storm. Kane Nielsen getting 18 run meters. That's the lowest. And Maverick Oldfield really not having much of an impact tonight. I'm not allowed to make an impact, but you look across the board and it's a lot more evenly spread out. So it seemed like they were just depending on everyone rather than the Sharks, who were just depending on a couple players. And it's just two very different team dynamics, really, I think it comes down to. As that's all we're going to have time for. Thank you very much for joining me in the
Sorry
commentary
about
box.
that. Let me just say honourable mentions to former Sharky Mason Remy with a phenomenal game here tonight. Obviously, he's going to do big things for the Storm this season. You're welcome. But in all fairness, yeah, great game from the Storm. Well-deserved win. And Sharks, we'll be back. We'll be back.
Yeah, and a big thank you to the Rabbitohs for developing him. Thank you very much tonight for joining me in Rivalry Round. It's been a pleasure having you in a terrific clash between the Sharks and the Storm. Make sure you tune in because there's heaps more rugby league or simulated rugby league to be played this week. I've been your Commissioner Will Kay, joined by the Co-Commissioner Sunny Tyre. Make sure you stay tuned for more SRL action.